Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck. Feels like it's been a while. Hope you're all doing well. Well, we're back with another review, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series line from the Bumblebee movie. This is Soundwave. Soundwave is based on that opening Cybertronian battle scene, and what happened is has with Soundwave in particular, there was just a robot mode. The animators for the movie never did a vehicle mode because he never transformed. So Hasbro took the designs from the movie of the robot mode and backwards engineered a vehicle mode. Now, I'm a little bit late to the party here, so I know a lot of people have speculated, what this is. Chick-fil-A sandwich, In and Out double. But clearly, if you look at this, there's only one thing it could possibly be, and that's a piece of Cybertronian avocado toast. I mean, hell, it's even got like the little bits of the Cybertronian feta on it. In fact, hold on a second. Let me just get a little bite here. It's very crunchy. Oh, I'm kidding. Boys and girls, do not put toys in your mouth. I'm a professional. Oh god, the pain. Actually, I'm of the opinion that this is based on a Cybertronian hover tank as it appeared in the Transformers 1984 comic by IDW. In fact, this was Soundwave's alternate mode. Now, I'm sure as many of you are noticing, due to the extra parts, we will also be taking a look at Core Class Ravage, which, frankly, if you buy Soundwave, you kind of have to get Ravage, and if there's really no point to buying Ravage if you're not going to buy Soundwave. But it's a nice vehicle mode. I know there's some people have issues with it, but seeing what Hasbro had to work with, I think they did a pretty good job. So why don't we pause and we'll come back for the transformation. Okay, so we're going to start off the transformation real simple like. You want to go ahead and remove the weapons from the side. Keep in mind that tip is what came with Ravage. Just do it. Remove the hand blaster here, and we'll just adjust something here. And now it's just really a bit of unpegging and unplugging. First thing you want to do is push back these little white edges. When going to vehicle mode, from fiddling, you'll just naturally pull them out, but they are meant to be extended. And probably during going from vehicle to robot mode, you'll probably unpeg them too. Next thing what you want to do is unpeg the feet from these white pieces here and just fold them over. We'll get to them in a bit of a moment. Next what you want to do is pull down on the front section of the vehicle mode ever so slightly. And then what you can do before that or after is flip up this piece, rotate around this little tab piece. There you can see Ravage, and close it up. That's its back mode as well as a fake front for vehicle mode. So in the course of pulling these out, it's probably split. If it didn't split, go ahead and separate it, flip up these pieces, and then come down and rotate everything out and about. And then rotate the feet up into place, so down, and then swivel them in. Coming around to the front and sides, fold that piece up and in, and then close that panel. Do the same right here. Rotate the legs forward at the calf. Here you have Soundwave in its robot mode. Now, I should mention that a lot of this transformation to and fro has to do with rotation. So always make sure that you have the pieces rotated properly. And let me just bring the camera up ever so slightly. And now we're going to work on the arms. So unpeg these sections here. Rotate them forward so the tabs and the elbow joint are facing forward. Bring them forward on that hinge here. Bring the arms down. Rotate the arm at that shoulder joint down. Fold down those panels. Do the same here. Now, these panels do peg in lightly to some tabs there, just so you know. So just do that, do that. You can go ahead and rotate Soundwave's head around. And then finally, open up the panels underneath the forearm. And this will allow you to fold the fist out. Now, what's interesting is, and it's kind of good, is the hinges are a little loose, but the panel pegs into the wrist, so it does hold it into place. Now, I've only have one really loose joint, so just do that, and there you go. And there's Soundwave in its robot mode. To go ahead and add the weapons, fold out this little hinge piece here. You'll notice the angled peg. Go into either shoulder, but Soundwave traditionally wears his cannon over his right shoulder. And you can place the gun in either hand as well. So there you go. Very nice. I do want to mention that from some angles, because of the way the hands are designed, it does look like he holds his gun a little odd, but in hand, pardon the pun, it looks quite fine. It would have been nice to have a blaster that looks more like the traditional G1 blaster, but this is what it had in the movie, so it's screen accurate. And we get to this little piece here that comes from Ravage, and yeah, you know, the little tip was actually on the hand blaster, not the shoulder cannon. Although you could fit it into the shoulder cannon, I think it was more that was done for like because it was a spring-loaded missile, so I think it was done for like a little extra shot storage, but what have you. So, Soundwave, universal joints in the shoulder, universal joints in the hips, swivels. You have a nice complement of foot articulation, deep knee bends, especially if you use that the extra transformation joint. And I do believe the head is on a fairly expressive ball joint. You get some stuff out of it. I mean, obviously the head is a little bit more stylized, which is what a lot of people liked from the Bumblebee movie. You basically had the G1 fans who were like, these are the designs we wanted all along. And then you have the Michael Bay fans who are like, well, where are our exploded pieces of metal and stuff like that? So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Speaking of damned, there's a button here on Soundwave's shoulder that pops open the chest, and that's where Ravage can be stored. Now, if you have a hard time getting them out, and I think this was a cool bit of engineering, you can, of course, open up this back panel, and it goes right through, and you can push Ravage out. Hello! Hello! So close all that up. So, now in box mode, that tip is meant to store on that piece, but we're just going to leave it with Soundwave, and we'll pause, and we'll get into the transformation of Ravage. Okay, so to transform Ravage, first what you want to do is remove these back weapons. That is something that I think a few reviewers have missed. You can store all the weapons that come with Ravage in the box mode. You know, they just peg in differently. And then come in the front here, separate the legs, flip the feet out. They do loosely peg into little posts right where my finger is. Not sure if you're getting that. Right there where my thumb is. Then come around the side, and again, unpeg the rear legs, straighten them out. You know, there'll be some fiddling to, you know, pose Ravage. So just right now we're focusing on getting it out of the way. Come underneath, flip out the tail, flip out that haunch section. And what I would recommend doing now is rotating that gray bar right there that the hips are attached to. You're going to rotate it back, and it's going to snap, soft snap friction into place right up there. Let me make sure I got it. Just like so. And before you do anything else, come in underneath and, well, maybe move that head a little to give you some room. And just unpeg this back missile launcher. If you haven't already, due to having to move your hand, flip out the head, bring the legs down. Let's do a little, you can just, do some traditional Ravage posing. The mouth does open. I think I just did that off camera, sorry. Mouth does open. There's your Ravage. And now to attach the weapons, this is a missile pack. It goes on that hole right there. Just pegs right in. The first couple times you might have a little bit of an issue getting it in, but it should work. With these, I'm not quite sure if those under barrels should go up or down, but they peg into the back of the legs, right by the hip section. Ooh, if I can keep a hold on them, small pieces. There we go. And do it again on this side, just like so. And here we have Ravage in its robot panther mode. Nice little addition to your Transformers line. Again, and what's funny is one of the few Transformers from that Cybertronian scene that actually had a alternate mode, so they were able to pull it off. And if you remember, the 3-0 deluxe figure of Soundwave came with a transforming Ravage that really transformed in the same similar manner. There was ball joints in the shoulders, hinges here at the lower legs and paws, so you can get some poses, but nothing too crazy. Like I said, there's really no point to getting Ravage if you're not going to get Soundwave. So yeah, there's that. But we'll pause, and I'll come back with my final thoughts. As I've said throughout the video, I really look at Soundwave and Ravage as a set of two figures. If you're not going to get... while Soundwave can stand on its own, there's really no point in getting Ravage if you're not going to get Soundwave, because you lose a lot of that play function, putting it into Soundwave's chest, ejecting the figure. Plus, you miss out on getting that little extra bonus accessory for Soundwave. I would have liked to have maybe seen them being sold together, much like they're doing with Blaster and Eject, but I understand that, or was it Rewind? I don't know, but I understand that there's a lot more going on with Ravage than there is in that cassette former, so that would have probably affected the price. So yeah, if you're going to get one, go ahead, spend the extra $10. If you're getting Soundwave, spend the extra $10 and get Ravage. If you don't have no interest in Soundwave, I really don't see why you would have any interest in Ravage. So that's actually about it. I thought Delilah would have shown up. Here's a little bit of an inside trivia. I fought very hard to name Delilah Ravage, but I was shouted down quite vehemently by my family. But yeah, little inside trivia there for you. But that's it for the review. If you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I will always appreciate the views, the likes, comments, and subscriptions help to communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel should be exalted and held upon high. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month or $12 a year. No thrills, no tiers, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you to help me help you keep up the infrastructure of the channel and bring figures like Soundwave and Ravage to you. But as I always say, and I always want to make a point of stressing this because I do see a lot of anti-Patreon videos out there, my channel will not disappear if I don't have anybody signing up. I'm not going to stop doing things. Your views on this channel are more than thanks enough. We're about 50 away from having 4,000 subscribers. And to you, that may not seem like a lot, especially compared to other Transformers channels. But seeing as how this was, every single subscriber I've earned, and that this channel came very late to the party, I'm happy with it. And again, I couldn't do that without you. So again, thank you so much for your continued support. It really does mean a lot. So that's about it. This is your old pal Chuck for Soundwave and Ravage. We will see you next time.